Marvel Rivals has been so addicting. I put almost 250 hours into the game so far, and with all that time played, I have met a lot of hero mains. So in today's video, I'll be going over what your Marvel Rivals main says about you. I did a part 1, so go watch that if you don't see your main in today's video. Loki is hands down one of the hardest heroes in Marvel, so if you main him, you're probably a well-rounded player who fills every single role very well. Since Loki steals other heroes' abilities, you have to know how to play multiple heroes to get the full value out of them. Loki can be a headache to play if you don't know how to use his kit. So if you are a good Loki player, and especially if I get you in my lobbies, shout out to you, you're the GOAT. If you main Bucky, you're probably one of those players who use whoever's overpowered in the meta at that time of playing. Last season, it was Hela. This season, it's Bucky. After maining Bucky, you probably go to sleep and hear, again. I know I do after playing against so many of them. That voice line is traumatizing. Kind of like Bucky, if your main is Moon Knight, it's simply from how easy / broken he is at this moment. It takes barely any aim or skill. You get his ult super fast and he's just easy to use. He is super satisfying to use since the sound effects when you hit people, it makes a cool noise. So you also probably have severe ADHD. Since Cloak is one of the most popular healer mains, it's hard to really pinpoint just what type of player you are based on that. So there's a few. You're either super helpful or just a troll with Lord Cloak. For some reason, every Cloak and Dagger player who has Lord is somehow bad. I don't know, there's like a theory floating around and people are so confused because they're like, how do you have Lord and so much time played, but you don't know how to properly heal? Which, honestly, you can probably just play a bunch of quick match and get the Lord logo. Lord doesn't really mean as much as people think, in my opinion. I noticed a lot of players who main them don't take advantage of Dagger's ability to take out enemies, and they only think that they're only supposed to heal. And this is usually the people that only have the Lord Cloak, and they try to flex it. The community has been split in terms of Raccoon. People either hate him or they love him. For the mains, you're usually very helpful healers and quick thinkers, since you can get on and off point very quickly and exit, since you can just, crawl around and be a raccoon. The BRB stations are clutch, but holy hell. If you don't use your gun to shoot utility like the octopuses on Namor and just walls in general, there's also the 80% of rocket mains who just flat out suck. You guys have the team up with Punisher and Bucky, but don't use it. Like, I'll be Punisher sitting there just beating my meat, waiting for my man to throw down his little station, and it never happens. And even when the man's finally does, he'll throw it in the most inconvenient area where I can't even see the enemies. These same players will have no awareness with their BRB stations and never want to switch when Rocket isn't truly working. Now, if you're a Rocket player with any common sense and you know how to play multiple healers, thank you for having any IQ when it comes to switching, because I'm so sick of these Rocket players that just pick Rocket and it's like the only thing they know how to play in the entire game is Rocket. Like, bro, did you load up the game just to heal people? Like, it's called a strategist, not just a healer. If your main is Squirrel Girl, you are flat out probably one of the worst types of players because you cannot aim to save your life. If you had to aim at a trash bin from 1 centimeter away and throw the biggest ball of paper in it, you would not be able to sink that hoop. I don't even know if that made sense, but I'm so sick of these Squirrel Girls. When I die, I spectate just quickly the kill cam, and it's just bro just spamming nothing into literally the stupidest areas. Like, Squirrel Girl takes no skill and is probably the most frustrating DPS to face, next to probably Wolverine. And if somebody's gonna comment, bro probably got slammed by Squirrel Girl. In all honesty, yeah. Like, I'm sick of these nuts in my face. Like, I don't want nuts in my face. Boy, if you don't... I don't want big old nuts rubbing against my face, smacking me from the back. So you guys probably just use really stupid characters that take no skill, and you just suck. If your main is Iron Fist, I'm just gonna assume that you probably just like fighting games like Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter games. You just give me that vibe. You also are the type of person to eat cement and eat dirt in the playground. Because for some reason, when it comes to Iron Fist players, just like Raccoon players, y'all never want to switch. Y'all are such hard-headed individuals, and even though this is a team game, like, it's like you guys don't understand the synergy with other heroes. Like, this game is all about counterpicking, and y'all motherfuckers will try to make Iron Fist work no matter what. And I'm just sitting there like, bruh, what are you doing? And what's crazy is Iron Fist players, this is 90% of the time that I get you idiots on my team sitting there just not even calming. Y'all will have the microphone option, just mute it, and I just be sitting there like, what's the point of queuing this game? Go play some motherfucking Mortal Kombat, bro. Go play a single player game. Don't troll because you don't want to play any other hero. If your main is Scarlet Witch, it's honestly just because you have a Magneto duo or something like that, because I don't know why anybody in their right mind would play this DPS when her ult is literally the worst ult that gets countered by anything and everything. It's a joke. Now, Scarlet Witch is a great counter for, let's say, Iron Man and all of that, and that's great, but I feel like there's other DPSs that can counter said characters or achieve whatever you're trying to achieve with her abilities. Like, her ult really makes her so bad, but the Magneto team up is so strong. So you're a trooper and you're just trying to win games, and I respect that. If you're a Venom main, you are probably the IGL. And if you don't know what IGL is, it means that you're an in-game leader, because with Venom, you really have to communicate to get the full value out of his kit, especially his ult. If you're not comboing his ult with other people's ults, it's honestly useless in a lot of ways. His ult freaking sucks on its own, but Venom is so strong at just taking space, getting in your face, putting his nuts in your face, and going insane. So you're probably the type to be the only one probably communicating on the team, and you're a really strong dive individual, and you have really good timing. If you're a Mr. Fantastic main, I actually have a genuine question. Just why?
Why you bullying me?
Like, seriously, why? Like, why? Like, why? For some reason, when I get Mr. Fantastic players on my team, they're always trolls. They're always edgy. They're always those like dudes that try to say things just to get a reaction. And I don't know what it is, but like for some reason, when I play with them, they're just trolls. They bounce around the map. They don't do a lot. And it feels weird because he's more like a tank in a lot of ways instead of a DPS. But even when people use him, they just do too much. Like, they don't know how to position themselves. Now, I'm just speaking from experience, but when I have faced the enemy Fantastics, they are super smart. They have really good timing, and they're really good players. They're really flexible, and they can play usually tank or DPS because they know how to play them very well. And that's basically what Mr. Fantastic is. He's basically just a tank that's a DPS, and it's really interesting and fun to watch when you see good Mr. Fantastics. But the ones I get on my team absolutely blow. Now, let me know if you guys agree, disagree, and all of that good stuff. Let me know just by commenting. And if you guys made it to the very end, comment down below, Wolverine players sniff glue. Besides that, guys, have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching.